What's going on, guys? We have a quick keto recipe today. We're making keto energy balls. I know, they sound really fun, they're super tasty, and they're gonna whip up really, really quickly. So we actually got the idea for this recipe from one of our favorite products that we've tried in a recent taste test review, and we thought, why not recreate it instead of just like buying it over and over? We can just make them in bulk and store them in the fridge for any time we want. We're gonna get started by using a food processor, and that'll just make it easy to combine everything. So the first thing we're gonna add to our food processor is some ground flaxseed meal. We're gonna add 1/3 cup. Next up, we're gonna add 12 pecan halves. So I'm just gonna eyeball that because we have chopped pecans here. And then our third ingredient is gonna be 2 scoops of unflavored protein powder. So if you don't have unflavored protein powder, any protein powder you have will also work. That'll just dictate the flavor of the end result of these energy balls. So what we're gonna get here is more of like a seedy, nutty type of flavor because this is unflavored. So we're gonna do 2 scoops, or if you want exact measurements, 56 grams will get you there. Now we're gonna give this a quick pulse so that those pecans can get pulsed down and powdered. That looks good to me. So it doesn't have to be powdery, it could just be chunky and that'll be tasty. Next, we're gonna add in 1.5 tablespoons of melted coconut oil and 2 tablespoons of nut milk of your choosing. Here we have unsweetened macadamia nut milk. So now we are going to process this until it starts sticking to itself. And if you find that doesn't happen, we're gonna add in a little bit more of that nut milk. So it looks like we do need a little bit more nut milk. So that's 3 tablespoons total. And that looks good. So that's what we're looking for. So the final 2 ingredients that'll really, really bring these energy balls together is some unsweetened coconut flakes, shredded, and you can see how small and grained that is. So that's what you're looking for. And then some chocolate chips, some low-carb chocolate chips. So there's a couple options. Goodies make some. Lily's chocolate chips is very commonly found in stores. And the low-carb chocolate chips either use allulose or they use erythritol, which are low-carb sweeteners, and they almost taste the same. I think they're super tasty. The 2 routes you can go is you can add these in and pulse them again, or you can pour this mixture out onto parchment paper and then roll your balls in both of these ingredients. So I think I'm gonna do the first one because I don't wanna do any rolling. That's too much work. 1/3 cup of shredded coconut. And then we're gonna do 2 to 3 tablespoons of some chips. And another process. That looks good to me. I'm so excited for these. So you can see the chips did not get like crushed or cut up, so they still keep their shape, which is nice. Now let's form these balls. So all I'm gonna do is use my cookie scooper to scoop out some balls and then roll them up by hand to make them nice and uniform. And just a note about this recipe is that we don't love our desserts super sweet, so this is gonna be on the less sweet side, but if you like yours sweeter, I would add some stevia to this because the unflavored protein powder does not bring any sweetness. And you can make them as big or as small as you want. All right, so the balls are formed and ready to go. We made 10 small ones here, and honestly, these could be good to go right now, or you could pop them in the fridge and they'll firm up a little more, and I think they're really tasty when they're just cold out of the fridge. But I'm gonna taste test these now because why wait? Wow, whoa, that is really a perfect replica. And it's chewy, almost like a caramel chewy. Another note is that we did use just like straight up flaxseed meal for this. But if you have golden flaxseed meal on hand, I think that would just add another level of toastiness flavor along with the coconut. That would be really good. But you can't really go wrong because the texture is just like phenomenal. This is a home run. You're gonna wanna have these in the fridge. They're nice and fatty, they're super tasty, and they're really macro friendly because you're using just, I think, solid ingredients here. Linked below is the description and the recipe exactly on how to make this. It's really quick to whip up any night of the week, so check that out and let us know what you think. Is this something like that you would like to make and have on hand at all time? We can do more quick recipe balls like this. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.